Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We want to be taking a look at the JASMY price chart one more time. Forgive me guys if you can hear a lot of background noises. I'm not in my usual setup, but I think that I still need to push this video, so that's why I'm coming to you. It's not news to anybody who has been paying attention to the market that we have been dumping for the last 2 weeks or so right here. But I've just said time and again that I'm super bullish on JASMY, and nothing that has happened in the last few days has changed my stance on that. I think that JASMY in the best case scenario can go to something like $1.20, and for this bull cycle specifically I'm targeting something like 53 cents on JASMY. I'm gonna be showing you all those setups in today's video, but before we get there I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for JASMY content will now be able to find this video much more easily. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I want to encourage you to do so, really, because I do TA on JASMY and a number of altcoins on a regular basis. And without me further running my mouth too much, let's get back into the short time from here for JASMY, because I think that it was 2 weeks ago maybe, or even just last week, I really don't remember because I make so many updates on JASMY there. I was saying that, guys, look, we are approaching 4.5 cents. This is an area to be taking profit because we had targeted this a specific price target right before, something like maybe two years ago. We can say at this point, because it was in 2023 when we were drawing this falling wedge and saying that relative to this falling wedge, you are looking at something like 4.5 cents here as a conservative price target, but you could also be looking at something like 9, 10, 11 cents for JASMY. So when it was time to be taking profits, I was coming to you and saying that, look, this is where I'm going to be taking profits. And right when that price target was hit, we started seeing JASMY falling back right there. But really, does that mean anything bad for the JASMY price? Definitely not. And me selling some of my JASMY, does it mean I turn bearish on JASMY? Definitely not. But still, sometimes you gotta pay yourself, because really in this market you have to make money, right? So I still have got a lot of JASMY here that I think I'm gonna be holding for a very long time, because I'm super convinced that the project will do well. The price especially will do well, right? I may not care about the project so much, but I care very much about the amount of money that we are making off of here. So where am I getting to all this? I want to make sure that you know that I'm not a bear on JASMY, but still immediate short term there are things that could be happening that can be a little bit bearish, but I'll tell you also why they are also very much positive for the JASMY price in general, right? So looking at this on the 4-hourly time frame, yeah, ever since that time when we were saying that it's time to take profit, we are seeing JASMY dropping like this here. My worst case scenario is that JASMY pulls back into this last zone here, right around something like 2.8, 2.75 cents thereabout, and all the way down to something like 2.5 cents. So we have done well for the most part in terms of like that trajectory, because we were also mentioning that, yeah, it's not an outright given that JASMY will just fall all the way down there, right? Because we were saying that, look, there are also support levels here, and we can see that those support levels have been respected. This was a bounce, then rejection, bounce, rejection, and we are still seeing the same thing. And if you remember in my last update, I was mentioning that, look, we have put this downward sloping support here, we have broken it. That's great news, but still we are not yet out of the woods. We want to break and close above something like 3.8 or 4 cents here for JASMY to say that, you know what, the scenario of dropping further to something like 2.8 cents is no longer in the picture. But unfortunately, we are seeing JASMY pulling back a little bit more. So the great news is that support is fast approaching here. I think that yeah, we may still have got a little bit of scary times in the market here, because we may have a little bit of crazy narratives, right? But I would say that really it's not worth paying attention to those. Rather, I think that if you are a strong believer in JASMY, it's gonna be a great time to be accumulating more if you don't have enough already. So I think here, once we get to something like 2.8 cents, great opportunity to be buying JASMY there. But what really are we targeting? Why we keep saying buy JASMY, right? Great opportunity to be buying JASMY. Still, we are targeting 53 cents for this bull cycle relative to the velo chart that we have been following. I think I've showed this hundreds of times already on the channel, but as you can see here, velo had a very interesting structure. Let me just quickly adjust this JASMY price that, bear with me. As I said already, I'm not in my usual setup, so probably these things should have been set up before, but still we are gonna do what we have to do here so that we get the video out. Give me a like if you think that I'm putting much effort to get these things done right. You can also give me a sub, share the video. But in the meantime here, what we want to take a look at is this structure that we have been following. So down here you see velo, and up there you see JASMY, but you can pretty much see that the cycles are pretty much the same much. So I have been saying that, look, we are following this pretty much well. That's great. The bottoming structure, the topping structure, everything is great, but there was a point in time here when we escaped this range and we had a very violent back test here. So this is what I've been anticipating, but still we are looking at this trajectory that we saw Velo doing, and that's, if we want to come back to JASMY and measure that, we are looking at a price target of the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. That's the golden ratio, and it's taking JASMY right here. You are seeing here 53.52 cents there. Now the good thing is that this is not the only structure that we have here for JASMY. We have actually gone on to investigate other structures like the Ethereum price. So let me see if I can actually do that for you here. So let's start with ADA Cardano, right? And what we just realized is that these price targets were just mere Fibonacci extension levels, right? So if we take a look at this Cardano structure back then in something like 2017, or like the bear cycle from 2017 to 2020 and 2021, the bull cycle, we see here the structure of Cardano here. But let's go ahead and try to compare it to what JASMY was doing. You pretty much see that we have got a same structure here, but I won't go through everything that we usually do on the channel, but I just want to give you a background that yes, there is a hidden structure here inside of the JASMY price, which is super bullish. And here you see that JASMY is having the same structure. Take a look at this, the structure here relative to what the Cardano structure is like here, and what eventually happened here is great, right? So I was saying that the interesting things about this price, I guess, like the 53 cents, the the $1.20 price target is just coming off of Fibonacci extension levels, if you think straight like that. But still, if you compare with this kind of structures, which were really similar, I will do videos in the future obviously showing you how the similarities are. If I do that right now, the video is going to be super long, but still those structures for Cardano, it was showing like that it went as high as something like the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level. That will be something like 84 cents for JASMY. That's great. But Ethereum also had the same structure, and what Ethereum did was it just extended to something like the 3.618 Fibonacci extension level. That was the best case scenario of all the charts that I looked at. And if JASMY is to repeat the same thing, we will be seeing JASMY at something like $1.20. So yes, I'm super confident, because just looking at it from a Fibonacci retracement or extension perspective, we are still seeing those price target. Now we even have charts that look like JASMY that have done that before. I think it's extra confluence for me, and I'll be taking that, right? So but just remember, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I would have to see you on the very next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.